Hello, hello. Oh, it's the midterm. Okay, let's have a look of the Lab 6. This one is about the cellular networks. And the task 1 is about the frequency reuse, which means we need to learn how to draw the map for arrangement for the frequencies. So we can have a look of the lecture slides at first. As you can see here, we want every block have different frequencies, so they will not like have conflicts. So we need to learn how to draw this kind of graph. Usually we use this shape, which is hexagon. And let's come to this one. This slide, this equation is pretty important. No, this one. And the example is in here. So to draw this picture, we need to learn how to do the calculation, how to calculate the I and J value for that. And after, basically you can calculate the value for I and J through this equation, and then use this method, move I cells in any direction, and turn the counterclock, and then draw the cells. So let's have a look of the first task and have a try of it. So in here, the frequency, the reuse factor is 1/9. So the m value is 9. And then we need to calculate what could be the value for I and j. So in here, I use Jupyter Notebook to do the calculation. Yeah, so the value is 9, and then we try to get the value for I and j. Just try to write a for loop. And if So basically just solve this equation and try them one by one. And as we can see here, there are two combinations. First one is I equal to 0 and j equal to 3. The second one is the I equal to 3 and j equal to 0. Because usually we will ignore this part. Usually we will ignore when the I equal to 0. We always consider this case. But you can like have a look at them both. It's the same. So let's have a look how to draw the graph for I equal to 3 and j equal to 0. So we can use this graph. So when the I equals 3, which means we need to move I cells in any direction. So we can draw something here, try to draw something. So move I cells. So this one is 1, 2, 3, right? And turn 60-degree counter clock and move J cells, but J is 0, so we don't need to move. Otherwise, if J equal to 1, we can move like this, move like this. If J equal to 3, should be like this. J equal to 0, so we don't need to move. So this one is the next A, and we can draw another A. It's 1, 2, 3. Should be this one. This one is wrong. It should be in here because the value is 3. So that's how we draw this one. So you can draw all the closest A next to this node. It's pretty straightforward. You can just draw every A next to this one, basically just in here, here. Sorry, this one is wrong, but you got the idea. This one is here and here. So that's how we draw it. Just show your calculation steps and let us know what is the value for I and j. And yeah, so the second question is the same. So you can have a look by yourself. And how about the third question? We need to consider that m value is 9, and we need to draw the map for that. So for the third one, we need to do something like this, because firstly, we need to figure out what is the value for A. Not like what's the I value and J value. Then we figure out where's another A. Then we can try to arrange, because we already know the clustering number is 9. So which means we need to have 9 different kind of frequencies. So we can represent them like via different alphabet. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H, and I. I'm not sure if this shape is okay, but let's see. So we can just keep filling this graph. So we just copy the shape, so we cannot change if we redesign the shape. So every block should have the same shape. So G and H is in here, I is in here. And we can use the equation again to draw another. Draw another A, so it's 1, 2, 3. Another A should be in here. Okay, so I think this will work. So you can use this shape, or you can design your own shape. So after you filling all this graph, you can draw the border for that. So let me try to draw the border. So the first one, I can use the red color. Like this. Then I know this one is one block. And for another one, I should use another color to draw the border. Let's use the blue. Oh, sorry. I changed this one to blue. Never mind. Let's draw another one. And this one, I choose the color red. Okay, so that's how we draw this graph. So after you filling all the graph in here, then you just draw the border to specify there are different block. Does it make sense? You can just simply fill the block with different color, so it will be easier. So you can like do something like this. You can fill this part with this color, and fill another part with another color, so we can easily identify they are different blocks like this. But yeah, just make sure every block have the same shape. You cannot change the like order of the alphabet. They must follow the rules. So is this okay? So that's the task one. And task two, this one, we are going to use our mobile phone to have a look of the signal strength of the cellular networks. So if you are using iOS, we don't need to install anything. You just simply run this command and have a look. But if you are using the Android, then you need to install this app. So try to install it right now so we can have a look together. But if you are using iPhone, you just run this command and I will show you later. So what should we do at first? We need to draw a map of our home. For example, I will show you my home. For example, this one is my home, and I put my mobile phone in the middle at first, and then get the RSSI value via my mobile phone from the cellular networks. And then I go to the corner of my house and then try it again. But this time as you can see here, the first time I put this one on the table, and the second one I put it on the floor. So I have two readings, and I should do the same in here as well. So I have two readings for each location, and the value could be different. Let's say, and then I went to another place, another corner, and probably can get another value. So you can use color or just simply describe it in your report, which side of your house have better signal strength. Like you can use color to identify the signal strength. doesn't really matter. So make sure you have at least 3 different spots and for 2 different heights. So you can put it on the table or you can put it on a chair. So that's what we need to do. We need to draw this kind of graph in your report. So you can have a look of the specification here. Yeah. And let's have a look of how to find the value. As you can see here, we need to draw the map like this. You can temperature plot. If you can use MATLAB to like do a beautiful plot. This one is like this. Mine is the simple version for that. So you can draw a better graph if you can, if you want. And another thing is we need to find the ISRP value, right? And the ISSI. And we should also have a look of the second strong base station signals. So if you can find the second base station, then you can also put it in the graph. Where's my graph? Sorry. It's in here. So you can say that the station 1 is this value. It's weird. I cannot type. Okay. Station Q. So I can copy some value here. And station 1. So you can have 2 different records for different station if possible. So I will show you how to get the values right now. I'll share my screen. Okay, you should be able to see the screen of mine. So what should we do with this one is the iOS 15, the newest version. So you can update to the newest version as mine. And then what should we do is we just simply put a command in the specification, which is 3001 hash 12345 star hash. Sorry, hash star. So this command and press call button. And then you may have different layout as mine because you can manage this dashboard. I delete them all. And then I can go to the details here because I am using 4G right now. So it should be under the LTE. So I can have a look. Where is the ISSI stuff? I can have a look. Serving info. No. No. Only have the frequencies. So I need to look them one by one, I guess. And this one is the neighbor, so, which means it's the second. station. Let me see, where is this one is the second station RSRP. So it's neighbor RSRP. I click this button, so it will show on my dashboard. Let me see, showing cells measurements. Yeah, it's in here. As you can see, it's RSSI. And where's the RSRP? You can find it by yourself. So you can just go through all the stuff, try to figure out what is the value for that. And you can also manage the dashboard, delete the unnecessary information. As you can see here, I have my RSSI for my current station and the RSRP for the second station. Then I can use this dashboard to start recording. Firstly, I can select a spot in my home. For example, I am moving to the corner of my home right now, and then I put it into on the table right now. So I can see the value is 30 and minus 8,000. So I just put this on my table, or I can take a screenshot with my note. And then now I put it on the floor. So the value should change because I put it on the floor right now. As you can see here, the value changed to 26 and minus 8,500. Yeah, so as you can see here, the signal strength is weakened when I put it on the ground. So you can have a screenshot and then put it in your table, and that's it. So I should move to different place. So at least 3 different place, and yeah, of course, 2 different heights for each spot. So take a note or screenshot and attach with your report. And that's it. Yes.
Are we supposed to attach all our screenshots?
Sorry, what's that?
Are we supposed to attach all our screenshots? Or...
We are not asking you to upload a screenshot, but if you want, you can attach with your report. But usually, you can simply draw the map and show all the information on the map or table. Should be fine. And yeah, if you are using Android mobile phone, then you just simply use this app. Just the same idea. You can record this value RSSI. So that's what we need to do. So just have a double check of it. We need to try like with 2 different heights on the floor and at an elevated position. And yes, so just have a try in every corner of your home, so we can draw this kind of plot.
So it says that your measurement spots should not be further than 1 meter horizontally from the nearest spot. So what is that referring to?
Okay, so this one means, for example, I am like standing in the middle of the house and try to put this down, try to get this value. So when I do the table, the value is this one. So when I try to get the value for the floor, the floor should directly underneath the table, so it cannot move to another place. For example, we, this one is your mobile phone. You put it here and put it on the table and get a value. And sometimes you are not able to put it on the floor if the table has like, if their floor have something on that. So you may put it here, but it should not like pretty far from the table. You can put it here.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay, I see.
yeah, so it doesn't mean you need to like put 1 meters away. No, it's not, and it's not the distance from here to here. It's not the distance from here to here. So it
Mm,
could be any value, doesn't really matter.
okay. And we have to collect both RSSI and RSSP values.
Yes, if possible, but I know there are some like station that they do not have the RSRP or RSSI value. So if you can get one of them, that should be fine. So if you can get only ISRP, just like me in here, it's fine. You just say that there's no RSSI value, or you can attach with the screenshot that shows there's no ISSI value in the details.
Okay.
So usually it should be in the, let me check what is the area. It should be in the serving cell measurements. So I will type it. It should be in this field. Serving cell, and should be in this field. So you can take a screenshot if you can get only one of them.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, but yeah, that's not a problem for that. Just use RSSI or ISRP. That's the same. And yeah, and in 3 different locations, but you can try more if you want. And let me see what's next. Yeah, and that's it. So for the second storm base station is optional. When you can get the value, you can draw this map, but if you cannot, you can just ignore this one. It's fine. Yes, and I think that's all for the task 2. You can try it right now. So if you have any trouble, just let me know. And another thing is about the assignment or the projects consultation. So if you have any doubt for the project, you can come to the help session. It's on every Tuesday and Friday from week 7 to week 9. Do we have result for lab 3? I think so. Let me check. It should be released today. Oh yeah, lab 3 is already released. Lab 4, lab 4, 5. I think all the lab has been marked, but yeah, I will have a check of the result. You should be able to see the result by tonight. Is the temperature of surface port compulsory to have? Yeah, I think so. And you can have a look of the specification here. So the temperature map is not compulsory, but you need to have at least a basic map like mine, like this one. You can simply draw the shape of your house and what is the value in each spot. And if you can draw a temperature map.
Ray, I'm thinking, can you hear me, Ray?
Yes.
I'm thinking if the spots are far away from each other,
Yes.
when you draw the temperature plot,
Yeah.
it can be very sharp at some point.
Yes.
I don't know. My understanding is that the distance between two nearest points is less than 1 meter, which is required for the nearest neighbor of the points, the positions you test. It's not for the height.
You mean like this? Like
yeah,
they should be next to each other?
Yeah, I think so, because this will make the temperature plot more smoothly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not sure, but that's my understanding.
Yeah, but you can see this one. Your measurement spot should not be further than 1 meter from the nearest spot. I think this one is talking about the height.
Okay. Yeah, if
Because
just clarify,
otherwise,
if in the evaluation we clarify like that, it's more simple for us. I mean, to just measure less.
Of course, because just consider if your house is pretty large, then you may take the day to plot this one, right? So, but we don't want you to spend a lot of time on it. Just get the idea. So as I said before, like 3 spots to be enough. But if you can like every corner you can have try, and in the center.
You can imagine that if you just test 4 corners and 1 middle point, and then you draw temperature map or surface map, you can get something like sorry, what's the word? The parameters or something like
yes.
The English word.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Another question is on my mobile phone, I have 2 strands. One is from the SIM card. It's from my like I'm using like Boost, and then I have a signal from the SIM card of the Boost. Another one is from my Wi-Fi in my home.
Yes.
So which one should I use?
You should use the cellular network one. So we are not talking about the Wi-Fi. So do not use the Wi-Fi. So it should be a totally different value.
Okay, I see. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, so you can draw something like this, and you specify with the color. I think that should be good. I also got 2 RSRP value. One is RSRP in red menu, and another one is RSRP in LD.
Yeah.
Which
I mean, if my question is, if we just test the 4 corners and 1 middle point, we can have a shape like a
pyramid.
You know?
What is that? Pyramid.
Yeah. So it's just as sharp as that, you know. It's no meaning to plot a surface map.
Could be true.
Yeah.
So it's optional for that one. For example, you can see this is my house, and I assume I get the value like this. I can say that in this side, I can say this side is north side. It's better, and I can figure out what is the reason for that. One of the possible reasons is that there is a tower in the north side, so the signal is better. And yeah, of course, you can also get like other explanation. For example, I do have a like a wall in here. I have a wall in here, so in this side the signal strength is worse, something like that. So try to explain why this part is better and this part is not that good. And if you get 2 RSRP value, as you can see here, you have the RAT. I think RAT is the radio access stuff, usually we use LTE, but you can also take a note of the IAT. Serving cell info. Yeah, but I think the IAT is the same, isn't it? It's showing the 4G LTE information here in my side. You can have a look if they are the same. I think they are pretty similar. RAT is radio access, radio access, what is T? Technology. Yeah, you can have a look. I think they are the same. So LTE is one of the IAT. So LTE is like a subclass of the IAT. So IAT could be Wi-Fi, could be LTE or 5G, 3G, 2G. Yeah, and I think that's all. So please remember, we need to do 2 different heights and at least 3 different locations and explain the reason. So why this one is better, why another one is good or bad, and that's it. Let me see if I got. We have another question or not. Just remember, if you have any problem with your project, just come to the help session because we are going to post the recording. So try to ask the question on the help session so other students can also have a look. Yeah, if you cannot find the ISSR value, you can just use the ISRP. I'm going to stop the recording. And yeah, if you have any trouble, just share your screen so I can have a look.